Among various elements of population composition, sex composition, age composition and economic composition hold a prime place for population geographers. The separate data for males and females are important for various types of planning for the analysis of other demographic characteristics such as natality, mortality, migration, marital status, economic characteristics, etc. The balance between the two sexes affects the social and economic relationship within a community, since the two sexes play partly contrasting and partly complementary roles in the economy and society. The study of sex composition assumes added significance for a population geographer. It is a common practice to express the sex composition of a population in terms of ratio. Franklin rightly observes that sex ratio was an index of economy prevailing in an area and was useful tool for regional analysis. The profound effect of proportion of the two sexes upon the other demographic elements like population growth, marriage rates, occupational structure has also well been recognized. Thus, the knowledge of sex ratio is essential for understanding the employment and consumption patterns and social needs etc. of a community. Trivartha rightly remarked that the proportion of the two sexes is fundamental to the geographic analysis of an area because it is not only an important feature of the landscape, but it also influences the other demographic elements significantly and as such provides an additional means for analyzing the regional landscape. However, the method of expressing the ratio is not universal. Some countries express it in terms of population of each sex in their total population. The terms like primary sex ratio, secondary sex ratio and tertiary sex ratio have been often used to denote the ratio between two sexes at the time of conception is also known as natural sex ratio. It has been observed that sex ratio varies both in time and space. These variations in sex composition of a population in time and space are governed by three basic factors: sex ratio at birth, differential in the mortality rates of two sexes, and sex selectivity among the migrants. Besides such factors as wars, relative status accorded to males and females and under or over enumeration of either sex are other factors that influence the pattern of sex composition of a population in any area. Thus, the problem of analyzing sex ratio, its imbalance, temporal trends and spatial patterns is confined to the comprehension of the composite working of the three basic factors of sex ratio at birth, at death and among migrants. Importance of sex ratio. Sex ratio generally influences the form and tempo of life in any country. The balance between the sexes is an important aspect of population structure. It is important for following reasons. It affects the labor supply through marriage and fecundity. If the proportion of males is higher than the females, more workers will be available. The excess of males tends to lower the age of marriage for females. Early marriages lead to considerable disparity in age between husbands and wives. The difference in age tends to increase widowhood. Early marriage of females may also lead to increased fertility and population growth. Sex ratio, which is affected by fertility, mortality and migration, plays an important part in determining birth and death rates in a community. It is found that population which has a higher proportion of females also has relatively lower death rates as compared with a population where males preponderate. An adverse sex ratio leads to emergence of many social and moral evils like prostitution and STD, impairing the morale of workers. Sex ratio is an important factor for determining the death rate of any population. Women generally have lower death rates than men at most ages in most countries. If females considerably affected, the scarcity of either women or men of adult age will reduce the marriage rate, and this will affect the crude birth rate. Sex ratio of a population is related to the extent of employment of women outside home, status of women, and so on. Calculation of sex ratio. The numerical measurement of sex composition of a population is often expressed in terms of sex ratio. This ratio is calculated differently in different countries. In some countries like Russia, it is expressed in terms of percentages of males or female population. It is calculated as under, where PM represents the number of males, PF the number of females, and PT is equal to the total population. In some countries like USA, the sex ratio is expressed in terms of number of males per 100 females and is calculated as under. In still other countries like New Zealand, the sex ratio is generally calculated in terms of number of females per 100 males, which may be expressed as under. In India, however, the sex ratio is calculated in terms of number of females per 1000 males. It is calculated as under. A distinction has also been made between primary sex ratio, secondary sex ratio, and tertiary sex ratio. The primary sex ratio denotes the ratio between two sexes at the time of conception. The secondary sex ratio is the ratio between two sexes at the time of birth, and a tertiary sex ratio refers to the ratio of the two sexes at the time of enumeration. Determinants of primary sex ratio. It is documented fact of genetics that the primary sex ratio differs greatly from theoretically expected equality of 1:1. By taking into account the secondary sex ratio, the differential mortality of stillbirths and other data on all pregnancies, the primary sex ratio has been estimated at 125 to 135 males to each 100 female conceptions. Some estimates have also gone to as high as 170 males and as low as 107 males. Whatever the estimates, there seems to be little doubt that more eggs fertilized with Y sperm than with X sperm. It was thought for quite some time that primary sex ratio was quite high, but more recent data do not suggest so. Until the advent of nuclear sexing, sex determination of embryo aborted early was very unreliable. This must have been responsible for some of the spurious earlier reports of high primary sex ratio. Thus, the more male conceptions take place than female conceptions. Why nature has been partial to males is a question that has intrigued both population geographers and scholars from the field of genetics alike. Determinants of secondary sex ratio. The secondary sex ratio is calculated at the time of birth. It is also known as natural sex ratio. This is also different from the theoretically expected 1:1 ratio. More males are born than the females in case of all the mammals, including human beings, and in all areas of the world. There are complex factors that may interact to product a given sex ratio at birth. A meaningful analysis of these can help in isolating the major relevant factors. The genetic control of the secondary sex ratio could occur either through the control of primary sex ratio or through subsequent sex differential in mortality. Thus, there are mechanisms that can lead to a deviation from the exact 1:1 ratio. Firstly, there may be deviations in the sex ratio of the fertilized zygotes caused either by different rates of productions of X and Y carrying sperm or by differences in the efficiency with which the types of sperms affect fertilization. Secondly, there may be differential mortality of males and females after fertilization. The variation in the secondary sex ratio from expected 1:1 ratio has also been correlated with the birth order. In populations, the ratio of females is highest for the first births and decreases with the successive births. This phenomena has often been related with the age of the parents. It has been argued that younger fathers have greater potentiality to give birth to more male children. It may be that with the increasing age of the father, the production of Y sperm may decline. Determinants of tertiary sex ratio. The tertiary sex ratio of a population at the time of enumeration is known as tertiary sex ratio. It is calculated differently in different countries. Population geographers are concerned more with the regional variations in the tertiary sex ratio. This tertiary sex ratio is determined by three basic determinants, including the sex ratio at birth, the sex ratio at death, and sex ratio of the migrants. Differences in the mortality rates of the males and females also give rise to differences in the tertiary sex ratio. As has been observed earlier, the gentler sex is stronger sex biologically, and hence more males die than the females, not only at the birth but also at all ages. However, since the mortality rate is closely linked with the socio-economic development, therefore, the developed countries where the nursing facilities and medical care are available in abundance, where the maternity deaths are absent, and where the children of both sexes are equally cared for, the male mortality rate is higher than the female mortality rate at all ages, and for more so among infants. Since the male mortality rate is higher than the female mortality rate among the infants, the sex ratio becomes almost balanced at the age of 4, and it continues to become more in favor of females so as to reach a level of 50 males per every 100 females at the age of about 95 years. In India, the health of an Indian wife is adversely affected also by her own pious self-denial for life's comforts for the sake of her husband and children. In the Islamic world, the confinement of females to the four walls of the house for the most of the time also affects their health adversely. Above all, in almost all the less developed countries, the females are considered as economic and social liability by the parents, while the males are credited as an asset to the family. All the factors together tell upon the health of the females and result in relatively high female mortality. The number of males in the world as a whole marginally exceeded the number of females. There were 993 females for every 1000 males in the world according to 1998 data. This may be attributable to the universal fact of masculinity at birth. However, among the various continents, Europe, North America, Africa were characterized by the preponderance of females. The continents of Latin America, Asia, and Oceania suffered from the paucity of females. Europe had the highest sex ratio of 1051 females per 1000 males, followed by North America where the sex ratio was 1050 and Africa where the sex ratio was 1017. Asia, on the other hand, had the largest deficiency of females, as there were only 960 females per every 1000 males. In case of Oceania and Latin America, the sex ratio was 983 and 995 respectively. The former Soviet Union had sex ratio of 1137 females per 1000 males. Thus, it went more with Europe and less with Asia in this regard. According to 2011 census of India, there were 940 females per every 1000 males in India. It has been observed that with regard to sex composition, the distinction between the developed world and less developed world is not that markedly sharp as it has been case with other attributes discussed so far. Most of the countries in Asia show a paucity of females and their populations have more males than females. This is largely associated with relatively high mortality rate among the females of Asian countries due to the neglect of females at all ages and relatively low status granted to them. According to the 2011 estimates, world sex ratio is 984, which is higher than India's ratio. Among the most populous countries of the world, China has only 926 females per 1000 males, which is also suffering from the scarcity of females. Russian Federation has recorded the highest sex ratio of 1167. It is followed by Japan and USA, where the ratio is 1055 and 1025 respectively. Even Brazil has 1042 females per 1000 males. Countries like Indonesia and Bangladesh also having higher sex ratio than the world average. In sharp contrast to the developed countries, India, like other developing countries, is characterized by a considerable deficiency of females in its population. There were only 927 females per every 1000 males in the country as per 1991 census. The country's sex ratio has declined from 934 in 1981 to 927 in the year 1991. Although more males are born than the females in every part of the world, yet that alone does not explain the deficiency of females in Indian population. In India, on an average, 927 female births take place for every 1000 male births. But while in the developed countries, higher male mortality at all ages turns their sex ratios in favor of females after 4th year of age. In the less developed countries like India, higher female mortality at all ages further widens the gap between the two sexes. Sex ratio in India according to 2001 census. Table 2 reveals sex ratio pattern in India as unfolded by the census of 2001. Accordingly, the sex ratio in India in 2001 was 1933 females per 1000 males. Kerala has maintained its lead among various states as far as sex ratio is concerned. From among various states, Kerala was only state which had larger number of females in its population in comparison to the males. There were 1058 females per 1000 males in Kerala. It was followed by newly created tribal state of Chhattisgarh, where the ratio is 990, Tamil Nadu, where the ratio is 986, Andhra Pradesh, where the sex ratio is 978, Karnataka, where the sex ratio is 964. All these states had a sex ratio higher than the national average of 933 females. By comparison, Haryana in the northwest displayed the lowest sex ratio of 861 females per 1000 males. Other states that also showed severe paucity of females included Punjab, where the ratio is 874, Sikkim, where the ratio is 875, and Uttar Pradesh, where the sex ratio is 898 females per 1000 males. In these 4 states, the sex ratio was below 900 and 932 females per 1000 males. The two extremes of Kerala and Haryana have interesting explanations. In Kerala, the females exceed in numbers because of comparatively high status granted to females among Christians and also due to male selective outmigration from the state in search of employment. Sex ratio in India according to 2011 census. Although sex ratio is increased from 933 to 940 in the year 2011, the child sex ratio is declining rapidly in India. It was 927 in 2001 and now declined to 914. Kerala stands in first position with 1084 females per 1000 males. It has recorded increase in sex ratio by 26 points. None of the other states have sex ratio more than 1000. Kerala is followed by Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and Chhattisgarh with the sex ratio of 995, 992 and 991 respectively. However, states such as Haryana, Jammu and Kashmir, Arunachal Pradesh, Bihar and Gujarat have sex ratio less than the country's average. Although Haryana's ratio improved by 16 points, it is still suffering from the lowest sex ratio with 877 females per 1000 males. Only 5 states, namely Bihar, Gujarat, Meghalaya, Jammu and Kashmir, have recorded declining trend of sex ratio. In Meghalaya and Jammu and Kashmir, sex ratio declined by 7 points. However, 23 states have shown improvement in this respect. Among the Union territories, Pondicherry alone has 1038 females per 1000 males, while Daman and Diu has recorded the lowest sex ratio of 608. Sex ratio is declining here continuously from 3 decades. There is a dip of 99 points in this Union territory. National capital Delhi and Chandigarh have shown improvement in sex ratio by 45 points. Reasons for lower sex ratio in less developed countries. Girls in less developed countries are not as carefully looked after as boys. As a result, infant mortality among girls is very high. Early marriage, absence of birth control, children at early age and frequency of birth lead to death of many women in the reproductive ages. At the time of census, women are not counted properly because of their illiteracy and social customs which keep them behind curtains, resulting in underreporting of female population. Migration from less developed countries has largely been male dominated. The proportion of female birth is lower in less developed countries than in the developed countries. In the past, female infanticide was very common. Early marriage leads to diseases of uterus and vagina. Early intercourse is injurious to health. Thousands of child wives march from nuptial bed to the funeral pyre every year. Child sex ratio in India. According to 2011 census, top 3 states recording the highest value of child sex ratio in the age group of 0 to 6 years are Mizoram, where the sex ratio is 971, Meghalaya, where the child sex ratio is 970, and Chhattisgarh, where the child sex ratio is 964. Among the Union territories, the top 3 positions are held by Andaman and Nicobar Islands, where the ratio is 966, Pondicherry, where the ratio is 965, and Dadra and Nagar Haveli, where the child sex ratio is 924. The decline in the sex ratio in the age group of 0 to 6 years is an extremely distressing trend. The last decade has been slight improvements in Haryana, Punjab and Chandigarh, Tamil Nadu, Himachal Pradesh, Gujarat, Mizoram and Andaman and Nicobar Islands, where there has been an increase in the sex ratio of the 0 to 6 years population. In all the remaining 27 states and union territories, the ratio has declined. The decline ranges from nominal to alarming levels. The overall sex ratio has shown an upward trend in 29 states and union territories. It is a positive sign and is indicative of an improvement in the status of women in the country. The improved trends in female literacy and the narrowing gender gap in the literacy rate are mainly responsible for the improvement in sex ratio.